God bless Alai. Cyclones doing what Cyclones do, rolling over the competition. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to God Bless Alai, the largest Battle Court podcast. I think I can say that with confidence, ladies and gentlemen. But coming to you on a new day. Gonna try to keep this consistent. Been coming to you on Fridays, trying something new Mondays. Talk about the previous week, preview the upcoming week. It's the only off day. Battle Court is 4 days a week this season. So why not come to you on the off day? We'll see. Maybe I'll throw out a bonus episode. I don't know. But Cyclones continuing to roll 5-1 domination against the lowly Devils. And man, I love this team. They are so fun to watch and locked in. Hyro and Stan, you guys, I think that is a good pairing for a team. Getting a player like, it's like, what team? I want to say, which I don't think this team exists anymore, but for a while there was a pairing of, it was like Goanaga and Flores maybe, and it was a Division 5 team, and I was like, that's crazy, because that team always just, you get a player of Goanaga's caliber in a Division 5 team, and they just control so much. Well, Hyro and Stan right now, getting a player of Hyro's caliber, who I think is by far and away one of the best Division 3 players, because this guy he's been a Division 1 player, I believe, at times, and I still think he could be playing at Division 2, but we got him at Division 3. That's why I love this team. When we picked up Hyro at that Division 3, I think that's such an advantage for us. And that Division 5 team, even though you have Stan, who, again, he was not great for his last 2 seasons with the Renegades and Wall Warriors. For us, solid. And you know what? He's playing down a division. Which is an advantage to Stan. I think he's not a weak point on this team, because he's a more talented Division 6 player. But anyway, that team's been racking up some points for us, and when you can get a Stan team to get points, you gotta love it. And I think the team is enjoying playing together. I think Stan is enjoying it. I love having Stan on our team. When we can get, anytime you can upgrade division by taking a player who's played a previously higher division, I'm all for it. So I think that Stan draft pick is paying off dividends for us. A couple things I've been noticing. Etcheberry for the Devils. He's got some potential there, but he hasn't adjusted to the court. One kill shot in, I think this was said when he was playing the Devils, that in all his matches so far, he's only thrown 1 kill shot. That's not enough. You got to throw more kill shots there. But I've noticed, like, sometimes he needs to find, like, good positioning and location, because he's throwing a lot of balls up into this screen when I've been watching him. I think there's definitely potential there for him to grow into it, but right now he has not been panning out for the Devils, and that's part of the reason of their struggles. Benetrix, I think he's been much more solid of the newer players that team has added, but you know what I noticed? I noticed Clone Cartel, and man, I just want to say I love watching Manu play. Like, this guy going up against Nicholas in singles, he had this, I actually made like a Instagram reel about it, or a YouTube short. You can see it on either platform. Did I put it on TikTok? I don't think I put it on TikTok yet. Probably going to put it on there too. But this back and forth where he throws, and Manu is one of the only players where, at least in singles, you see him do this a lot. throwing 2-wall rebotes. I love it when he does it because he does it so smooth. But he throws this 2-wall rebote. Nicholas gets it, and Manu hustles back and manages to jump up and catch a pelota that Nicholas tries to put over him. And then what Manu is so good at, which you don't, like, as someone who's like new to this game, but I'm starting to realize it, sometimes like where a player's like, Nicholas was basically dead in this point once Manu still made that catch because of where he was positioned on the court. And something that players can do in highlight is where you choose to throw it, what type of shot you choose to throw. He basically kept Nicholas like trapped on the outside, which made him think he's going to go inside, right? You're stuck on the outside. You're not going to make it inside. And then what did he do? He threw a 2-wall back to the outside. So Manu kind of holds him with his shot, throws it, and you see Nicholas quick cut to go inside, but oops, he wasn't going back inside quick up the middle. He was going outside, and Nicholas, boom, no chance at getting to it. And just that kind of craftiness, I love that for Manu. So that was game day 1 of the week. Incredible performance from the Cyclones. Clone Cartel, whoosh, whoosh. Second place in the league, coming for first place. Look out, Chargers. So next game, Chargers, Renegades. And folks, hey, do I need to take back what I said that I was wrong about the Renegades? Because was I right about the Renegades? Because start of the season, I told you, I just don't like this team. I don't think they're that good. And what happened last week? They dropped 2 losses, 2-4 to the Chargers and 2-4 to the Devils, the league worst Devils. Devils rocked them, and we'll cover that too. I watched both of these games. And first, I know I'm hating on the Renegades here and stuff, but I do have to say, as much as I love watching Manu play, I love watching Go Cherry play. That guy is so fun to watch. And like Manu is fun to watch because of his craftiness and his shot making ability. What makes Go Cherry so much fun is he's just balls to the wall, just doing all this crazy stuff. Like he at one point, but sometimes like this is what gets him sometimes, but it's also what makes me love watching him play because he's so exciting and he tries stuff that just nobody else tries. Like at one point he tries a 2-wall rebote while he's falling down. Like there's a rebote, he's out of position, he's falling, and he still tries to like 2-wall a rebote and it hits the pad, right? But that's Go Cherry. Like he's gonna go 110% all the time. And when he's on, those shots are falling and they're just backbreakers crushing you. When he's off, he's sometimes pressing, not trusting his partners as much as he should, and he's getting himself out of position and into bad spots. And that's where you can beat him, when he's pushing too much. And is that what happened this week, or is there some tension? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we almost lost 2 great ones this week. If you watched it, there was a situation where Go Cherry was going for a rebote, realized he couldn't get it. Not a rebote, but realized he couldn't get to it, so Ben caught it, and then Ben throws the pelota straight up, and Go Cherry has to just basically duck and get down on the ground. And actually, that play, he gets up, he sprints, catches the ball on the outside, and throws a 2-wall to kill the shot after almost being like murdered himself by his teammate. You can see Ben after is all apologizing to him, but the Renegades were not done, because then against the Devils, Amigarena and Goanaga, Amigarena goes for a ball, tips it, misses it, and then in frustration catches the ball, like gets it in his pelota, throws it, and I think the ball bounced off of Goanaga's chest. So it wasn't the hardest throw because it was out of frustration, but still, that ball would have hurt if it hit, like hitting him in the chest. That's close to the face. So 2 situations where partners are almost just smacking their teammates in the like upper body, scary moments. And did that rattle the Renegades? Because they did not look like themselves. So with the Chargers, it's like they have a couple things that they did. Like they pulled up CRB to a Division 5. So if you want this team to be successful, you need to be dependent on the growth of CRB, who has been a player who he's made a lot of growth, and he's a versatile player. However, he's playing backcourt for them. Like Goanaga and CRB is their Division 4 team. I think CRB's he's shown that he can play both positions, but I think he's a better like lower division front quarter than he is a back quarter. But he's shown that he could play that position and play it comparably. Although when he's paired with Flores, he's in the front court. So he's actually like playing both positions for them in doubles. But CRB and Flores, so far, that has not been a team that's panned out. They lost to Jedden and Bradley in straight sets. That's a team where, they're going to need that team to perform. Again, Goanaga and CRB, they're going to need that team to perform. And then I think Ben and Flores is their Division 5 team. Like, those are the three teams when I look at them, like, I don't like those teams. And when I was saying, like, man, those are three teams where, like, Goanaga, again, high caliber player, is the same kind of thing. Goanaga and CRB. So you have a pairing with a really strong Division 2 player with CRB's new to Division 5, but hoping that Goanaga can carry that. And right now it has not worked out because it's a Division 4 team. You're going to see better teams in that Division 4 team, like Iñaki and Unda. I would say Unda's already shown that he can be better than CRB, in my opinion, with his shot making. Like, CRB might be, I honestly, catching wise in the backcourt for CRB, I don't know if CRB has a better, well, okay, actually, I can tell you he did. Because what I also learned is CRB, until this week, had a perfect catch rate. 100%. Had his first drop this week. So are the drops coming now that they're dropping in the standings? Amigarena, he's actually playing really well for them. Has a really high catch rate. I think his catch rate is like 98%, I heard him say. And they're going to need that from him because they're going to need the Amigarena teams to be successful with Gocherry and Goanaga. If those teams don't win on the game day, it's going to be tough for that team to win. So again, they're threading the needle here on this team. That's what I've mentioned. And right now, they're missing the mark. They're poking themselves in the finger with that needle, getting a lot of blood on their stitch work. They're crocheting, right? Anything I'm missing Fireballs and Warriors also played as well. And I believe that one was a tie. They tied 3-3, which is good. We'll take that. We'll take a tie in terms of positioning. Alex showed out, won in 3 sets against Urrutia. Correa and Julin had a 3-set match against Joseph and Ikeda. Again, welcome to the Ikeda experience. He loses in 3 sets, comes out dominant 6-2 performance in that first one, then got worked the rest of the way. So that's what Ikeda, that's what Ikeda does. Loses in 3 sets, has won, starts out, you're like, oh man, this team's got it together. And then all of a sudden, boom, crash out. Cabrera again. Although Gallo, he fought valiantly in his effort against Cabrera. But again, Cabrera is one of the best D5. But that was a draw. I think if you're Warriors, you'll take a draw there. But for me, the story of the week is Cyclones' continued dominance and the fall of the Renegades. They were undefeated and they couldn't get a point last week. And now, previewing this upcoming week, these 2 weeks are big for the Renegades and the Devils. Last week, they both played 2 matches. This week, they both played 2 matches again. Nasty Nate's game of the week. Cyclones, Renegades, man. You got the Renegades with their back against the wall, folks. And you're going to have Iñaki and Manu taking on Go Cherry and Amiga Reina. Go Cherry and Manu are going to go against each other in singles. You have the team of Iñaki and Unda going up against, let's see, Iñaki and Unda. I'm blanking on who that would be for the Renegades, but as you see my screen flash red, you know what website I'm on if that screen flashes red, right? Let's see, Goenaga and Amiga Reina. That one right there, to me, as I look at this, like Hyro and Stan versus Flores and Ben, I feel good about that. I already talked to you about the Hyro and Stan pairing, and I think Hyro is just going to run that. He should. Hyro, you need to control that game. I have no doubt that that's a win. If we lose that, I'm going to feel really bad about our chances in coming away with a win for the game day. I think Go Cherry realizes the situation of losing 2 straight, not wanting to lose 3. I think he's going to beat Manu, but I think Manu's shown he's really locked in this season, and I think Manu's going to push him. Like Manu and Go Cherry, they go at it. I'm expecting that to be a good one, but I think Go Cherry's going to take it. But I've got my fingers crossed. I'm really hoping if Manu, man, if we get those first 2, good night. See you later, Renegades. Inaki Unda, I could go either way on that. Again, I actually love, even though that team, what is their record on the year? 1-3. So I thought they were a little bit better. I enjoy, I don't know why. I like Unda. I like watching that team play. You know, I don't know what it is. I think that team there, but seeing that record there, I'm going to say that I'm going to give that to the Renegades there as well. CRB and Flores versus Stan and Robin. I mean, Robin has really stepped up as a sub. Again, I think that's one where we got to have that one. Stan and Robin, got to win it. That put us at 2-2 on the game day. Unda versus Ben. Unda. I'm going Unda on this. I'm excited to see Unda play a singles match. That one, oh man. I can't wait for this match. And then if everything goes that way, I got a feeling the game day, like when we get to this final one of Go Cherry and Amiga Reina versus Iñaki and Manu, 2 Division 1 teams, I think the game day still going to be up in the air. And this will be, one team is going to be playing to get the draw, and the other one is going to be playing to get the full point. I think that's going to be us. I think we're going to be playing for the full point. And, man, who is going to win? Oh, Inaki and Manu or Go Cherry or Amiga Reina. I want to go us, man. Again, I just think Manu's locked in, and I just hope, this is my advice to the boys, let it rip. Like, come on. Throw some freaking shots. Make Amiga Reina test that 98 catch rate on Amiga Reina. Make him work. I think, again, with Go Cherry's going to make you throw shots anyway, because that's the thing with Go Cherry. He throws the ball around all over the place and gets people moving. Go Cherry's not going to play a boring game of highlight. It's just not going to be boring. He's going to make the other team move, and he's going to be moving around. So I think you are going to see Inaki and Manu play more aggressive than they would against other teams, and I hope they just open it up and throw some shots as well too. So you got that. Go Cherry and Amiga Reina, they are 2-0 on the year, but they've played Alex and Douglas, Etcheberry and Nicholas. I would say those 2 teams, I don't think those are the top, right? Zuleika and Ubia have shown they're a top team because they won that. I'm blanking on the competition name, but they won the competition at the start of the year, although I think their record on the season hasn't been as good because they lost to Inaki and Manu, but still, that's a solid team. So you have Go Cherry and Amigarena. They are undefeated as a team, but it's only 2 matches, and it's against Alex and Douglas and Echeberry and Nicholas. Like, no offense to Echeberry and Nicholas, but if I had to pick the worst Division 1 team, it might be that one. But shout out to Nicholas, who took down Go Cherry in straight sets. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. I got so caught up in talking about how the Renegades lost to the Chargers that we never covered. They lost to the Devils. Devils are like, this is our last stand, back against the wall. And when it was like, oh my goodness, Go Cherry, like Nicholas took down Go Cherry. Like, that's an all-timer right there. And that was in straight sets too, right? If I'm remembering correctly, Nicholas beating Go Cherry in straight sets. Get out of here. You want to tell me that happened? Like, what happened? Did Go Cherry like twist his ankle right there? Nicholas, tremendous stuff in that. Like, he was just locked in during that. I was super impressed. That's the best that Nicholas has played, but Go Cherry was sloppy during that. We'll see if he comes out motivated for this week. So, what else do we have for the rest of the week? Devils play twice, Renegades play twice. Every other team plays once, and it was the same thing last week. I've noticed that with this new season and 4 games a week, that kind of like every once in a while your team's going to get like stacked up and play a bunch of games in a short amount of time and then get a little bit of a break. Right now, that's where the Cyclones are. We played 3 games in like the first week essentially, and now we're playing like 1 game a week, but it'll come back. We'll get our busy season coming up. So Fireballs, Devils, I mean, that's a big one for the Devils. Can they carry that momentum over and at least get half a point? Getting that win was big for a team that lost it, because with this new scoring system, like, they're actually not out of it. I guess I'm too quick to judge, because I was gonna say like, this team, the Devils, clear bottom, but hey, you beat the Renegades, you got to tell yourself now, like, if we can beat the Renegades, we can hang with these other teams and get back into the playoff conversation. This season is still young, so this is a big one for the Devils here, taking on the Fireballs. Can they do it is the question. They are going to need Rock to play better. That 84% catch rate for Rock, not great. That's one of the reasons why he did not return as Clone Cartel. That catch rate went down, and it's been bad. His catch rate has still been bad for the Devils, and they need him to have a better catch rate, because that catch rate right there, it's just, in this, you make so many catches that 84%, you're like, that's still really high. That's low. It's just, it's too low in this game. He's going to have to improve. Good news is Benetrix has shown that he's adjusted to this corp pretty well. Joseph and Ikeda, that team again, are they going to lose in 3 to Benetrix and Rock? You never know. I'm going to say you do know. It is going to happen. Kubala versus Cabrera. That's an interesting one. I like Kubala. I think he's a solid 5. He took down CRB against the Renegades. Cabrera has shown himself to be a formidable, if not dominant, 5. I'm interested to see what can Kubala do. Like, if the Devils can get those 2 matches, you never know, right? They could take the game day. Other matches can't preview because they're not up, but Renegades Devils rematch on Friday. Let's see, are the Renegades going to be out for blood because the Devils beat them last week? And are they actually having back-to-back? Am I just now realizing that they're doing Devils Renegades back-to-back double Friday like feature? I just now realized that. I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure I watched that match on a Friday, and they're playing again. They are playing again. Interesting. Then Chargers Warriors. That's going to be interesting for those 2 teams. Middle of the pack. Chargers, though, they're top of the table with 3 points. You heard Mike Ryan say, sorry, Mike, hate to correct you, but Chargers are top of the table, being 3-1 with their only loss to us, the Cyclones. So are we really top of the table? Because can you be top of the table if the team right below you beat you? Good question. Maybe you were right all along, Mike. Chargers, Warriors. This is an important one. Warriors are battling to keep themselves out of that bottom two because that's where they are. 1.5 points on the season. They've got to, like, I believe last season the Warriors, they did just barely sneak into the playoffs. And I think last season, if I remember correctly, they were just draw. And the Chargers towards the end of the season kind of fell off a cliff. And, right, if I'm remembering correctly, the Chargers and us missed the playoffs. And the Warriors eventually started getting like points instead of draws. Now, where can they be again? That's dependent on Alex's growth. Alex, big win for him in singles last week. That's a great win against Urrutia. He's been a solid player. On the fronton, let's see what they can do against a solid team in the Chargers. This right here is going to be, if the Warriors can get a point, then they're well on their way to moving up the standings, right? But I think they'd take a draw as well, too. God bless Alai, ladies and gentlemen. What have you been seeing this season, huh? What players are you excited to watch? Me, players I'm excited to watch. You know, Clone Cartel, love watching Manu play, love watching Unda play. Go Cherry, of course. Anything else that I'm excited about? I don't know what it is. I'm liking this season. Maybe it's because I feel like I can already say this team is good. Cyclones. Let's see how far we can go, baby. Whoosh, whoosh. God bless Alai.